Okay, hello everybody. I'm doing a video a bit later today. Well, it's a normal time, but I was in a bit of a bad mood today. Not really a bad mood, but I was arguing with somebody close to me. When I say that, I mean the child's mum. Basically, I don't want to get into it, but I was arguing. Not really. I wasn't really trying to argue. I was just trying to make the situation go away. That's how I sort of deal with, you would call them normal situations, because like when it comes to arguing about stuff that isn't really that important in the grand scheme of things, I can't do it, but a lot of people, it is very important to them, and I find it so hard to identify with these people. Like, basically, the argument was over piercing, an ear piercing, which is not important in my head. I was sort of negatively talking about it, saying it could be, you could get an infection, that sort of thing, but I wasn't trying to do anything serious, but it became something really serious, and harsh words were thrown at me and everything, so I was called a waste of space and a dickhead and all this sort of shit, a weirdo. So it was really affecting my self-esteem. I don't deal with those sort of situations well. If it was someone on the street talking to me like that, I would start something with them, because I'm not going to let someone speak to me like that. But because it's the child's mum, I can't do anything. I can't ignore it, because I need to see my son, so I have to face it. And it's just very hard for me to deal with that without, as I say, violence or leaving completely. I would rather just leave. I would obviously not want any violence with the opposite sex or anything, but if it happened in the street and someone was calling me those things, I would tell them where to go. I would tell them to F off and other things, but I can't do that, because if I do, I could be affecting my access. So a lot of things wrong, and for me, I don't really have a leg to stand on in these sort of situations because of my addiction, and I feel like that's what's being thrown at me all the time. It's like, it couldn't have been anger over a piercing, it must be anger over my addiction, and trust me, I've received a lot of anger from people for being annoyed with my addiction and upset by it. This girl has been through an awful lot because of my addiction, but there's only so many times I can pay for that. And it feels like every time something comes up, something small like this, it's there's so much venom behind it because of my past. But on the other side, there are a lot of positives happening at the same time. I'm going to be in a TV show, hopefully, on the 22nd. Yeah, this Tuesday coming. As an extra. I do that sometimes. I'll be an extra on TV shows, because they actually make a lot of TV shows in Belfast. So I would do that. There's a TV show on BBC at the minute called Dublin Murders, and I'm going to be in that. I think there's a scene, ironically, in this TV show Dublin Murders, I play a homeless drug addict, so I fit that part to a T, aside from being homeless. And basically in the show there's a junkie in the show, and they're trying to find him because of this murder case, and they're shouting, "Shane, Shane." It's an English actor. He's going, "Shane, Shane," and he comes up to me and goes, "Have you seen a guy called Shane?" And I'm like this, go away, in the TV show. So I want to see how that, if they'll use me in it or not, because they might have cut me out of it. I'm not an actor or anything. I'm just in the show. But yeah, I'll hopefully be doing another part on Tuesday. I pray a lot, and I would pray for things like that to happen. So I would pray to be accepted for those sort of things. And every time I pray for something, it seems to happen. So I'm trying to believe more in that my life is worth something. As I say, the only real problem I've faced is criticism, criticism of my parenting, but that's all just from one person. So I'm trying not to let um, I'm trying not to let that influence me negatively. I'm trying to stay positive, and I thought I'd do this video because I want to keep up with the routine. I've already been to get my Suboxone today. I'm just looking for my take-home dose, but I can't see where I left it. It's probably out in the car, but yeah, today I'm doing okay. I hopefully will be seeing the wee man today. So, as I say, I would pray for those sort of things to happen as well. I would pray that I get the same. So I really hope I do, because we'll have a great time. Don't know what to do today because I've spent quite a lot of money on him recently. So I don't want to spoil him too much. Although it's hard not to spoil him because he's so perfect. But I might try and find something to do today that doesn't cost money, like go for a cycle or something like that. Maybe take my sister's dog for a walk. So yeah, it's all gonna be happening soon, hopefully, if the wee man is allowed to stay. And then I'll just need to keep him entertained. I have a few ideas in mind. Our house is quite empty at the minute because, as I say, we had a bereavement this year. My dad passed away, so the house is quite depressing. So I don't really want to keep him in the house. I want to take him out. I think we might go fishing, but I might leave that till tomorrow, just so I can get bait and everything. But yeah, we need to find something to do that doesn't cost a fortune. But maybe I'll just treat him to one more thing, if I don't find something to do. I'm trying to quit smoking as well, but again, I don't want to quit everything at once. I think I need a good amount of time before I start taking on any more. And in terms of cravings, I haven't really been getting many, but there was a situation I had yesterday where I was talking to two users, and one of them just reminded me of myself. He's only really started taking the gear this year, but he's up to spending £500 a week on it. So now this guy does actually sell like cannabis and stuff, so he's able to keep his money up that way, but it's only going to last so long, and then he's going to be fucked. So he's either going to go to jail, or he'll lose all his money and just be an addict. He was talking yesterday, you see, about the fact that he thinks he might want to start injecting, and I was just saying to him, mate, do not inject. But it's sort of a bit rich coming from me because I've been exactly where he was, and I didn't listen to the people telling me not to inject. I just went ahead and did it. So I sort of wonder when I'm around him whether I'm a good person to have around him, because I'm probably triggering him to want to try and inject. And he might look at me and think, well, look at him, he seems to be doing well. But that's the thing, you never know how someone is doing. Like, he didn't look like he was doing well, but I look at him and say, fuck, he's able to spend £500 a week on this, and he's getting money up from selling drugs and all. So everyone looks at things differently, but as I say, I was just saying to him, do not start injecting, because it will get you that way, and you will end up, well, he is already going through the addiction services now, because he's going to try and get prescribed methadone or something, so that'll hopefully help him. But as I say, if he starts injecting, it'll just get so much more worse. And he has a child himself. His child's quite old now, in his teenage years, so as I say, I don't really need to worry about this guy, because he's not really a friend, I would say. We are friendly together, but he's not one of my best friends or anything. And as I say, he's just someone I know who has started using recently, and sometimes I sort of feel like I'm giving a bad example to him by coming in with my story about my addiction. But he didn't start using because of me or anything. I just wonder when I see people who didn't use spend time with me, ask me questions about using, and then they start using more heavy. There's been a lot of people like that. When I say a lot, a handful of people, 5 or 6, when one person's more than enough. So I just worry about certain people who see that you're talking about the negatives of using, but they only see the part where you're saying, yeah, it is a much stronger hit, because you can't lie, when you inject it, it is a much stronger hit, but it's the same addiction. You're still addicted to the same substance. I just think when you start injecting, then all your priorities go out the window, and you fall in love with that needle, and you fall in love with cooking up your own hit and everything. That's what I loved about it, the ritual of it all. So being around these people does trigger me in a way. It does bring back, my heart would start going and racing, and I would think about ways that I could use, but at the minute I'm very determined not to use, and I do think it's because of the videos that I'm making, and the fact that I'm being accountable to somebody, even if it's just somebody online. It's still, I'm being accountable to someone. So I really appreciate everyone who's supported me watching these videos. As I say, if you're from the same country as me, please don't share these videos, because I don't want anyone in my circle getting wind of them and watching them, because it's not, I don't want people in my life knowing about this sort of stuff. So I have been thinking about making some videos private or unlisted, but I don't know, because then I might not get the same support that I'm getting. So I'm just going to keep things the way they are at the minute. But as I say, if you're from Northern Ireland, please don't share these with anybody, and keep it among addicts. Just like NA and AA, make sure it's anonymous. So yeah, that's everything really I'm going to say today. The video's going on quite long, so I'll just say cheerio. Everyone stay clean. I'm staying clean today, so that's a win. Tomorrow I'll be clean. Sunday I'm going to make sure that I stay clean. And yeah, I hope everyone has a good weekend and be safe. If you're going to drink or anything, just drink responsibly, and please don't use, because we all know using is a dead end. Nobody beats the dope game, as some people have said. Alright, I'll speak to you again. Cheerio. Bye.